Hi everyone, in this video I will show to you how that you can create amazing splashes using the different kind of liquids like chocolate, milk and paint. Before I will show to you another amazing tool that will be a so amazing bonus in this package. This is Action called Palette Pro. What I can do using Palette Pro for improve more and more professional results in your image, you need to understand about how that works, the tone, tint and shade. How that this works. I had selected here one image of a splash of chocolate in a gradient yellow background. Here I have different tones of color. In these bright areas I can call this tint of the same color. In the dark areas is the shade of the same tone of color. For use these different tones in your image composition, I had developed an amazing tool called Palette Pro. Palette Pro is an amazing action that you can download below this video in a link. One time that you download this file and install in your Photoshop, you can use for any kind of composition. How that this work? I will select here my Palette Pro and I will play here for open this dialog window. In this dialog window, I will select here what is the main tone of this color. I will select this area here and I will press here OK. After that, I will have this palette. Here I have the same tone that I had selected here in this area, and below I will have two different tones of shade, and above the main tone I will have three different tones of tint. One intermediary, another one, and the most brighter tint of this same tone of color. Why that this is important? One time that I have here my palette, I can put my image of reference in the trash can. Right now I will select this folder where I have my wafer over my background that I had composed before. And now I will create another one solid color layer. One time that I create my solid color layer, I need to select the main color of my splash. Then I will select the main tone of color in my palette and OK again to define my color for my chocolate splash. One time that I had create my solid color layer, I need to invert the mask. Here is white. I need to press Ctrl for PC users, more the letter I, and the command more the letter I for Mac users. Now I need to select the splash that I need to draw here. In my composition, here I have my brush. Then I will increase my size. Okay, here is the larger size of my brush is 5000 by 5000 in a 16-bit resolution. Then I need to change the foreground color to white. Here I have the foreground color black and the background color white. Then I press the letter X to invert. Then one time that I invert this, I will put here, I will check if my brush is 100% of opacity and 100% of flow. Then I need to adjust here to 100%. And I will put in a position, and can I press here to paint my brush. This isn't my final result. One time that I had painted the brush in the luminosity mask, I can exchange the size of this mask. Then I can amplify here and increase the size of my brush. I can press Alt more Shift or Option more Shift for different kind of users in between PC and Mac users to increase the size of my splash here, exchange the size of the luminosity mask. Here is the final size for my splash. One time that I had put my splash here in the base of my image composition, I need to duplicate this layer using the Ctrl more letter G for PC users or Command more letter G for Mac users. Then right now I need to press Alt for PC users or Option for Mac users and need to press here in the luminosity mask for just view my luminosity masks. One time that I stay here, I need to select the magic hand and I will invert this selection and I need to adjust the levels here in image menu. I need to adjust levels and I need to increase more white in this white area. Then I need to press here in this slide and move to the left side. Okay. And again, I need to invert this selection. I need to go to the main menu and I need to select and select modify, expand and increase more 2 pixels. Now I need to press Command for Mac users or Control for PC users and press delete for PC users one time that the background color is black, or press Ctrl for PC users more backspace. One more time, I need to duplicate this first layer here using Ctrl more J letter for PC users or Command more G letter for Mac users. One time that I select this new copy here of the first layer, I need to press Alt for PC users and Option for Mac users and press between the two layers to link this layer above just in this one. Now I need to press 2 times here to modify the color of this layer. Then I will select the last shade tone in my palette and I need to exchange this blend mode from normal to multiply. One time that I modified the color tone of my layer, I need now to adjust my luminosity mask here. I need to keep pressed Alt for PC users or Option for Mac users and click here in the layer mask. One time that just be showed the layer mask, I need to come here to Image, Adjust, Levels, and now I will increase the tone of blacks in this mask. How that can I do this? I press here in the slide and move to right side like that. Then when I press OK, I need to come back here to the mask, to the layer, and before and after, before and after. And one more time, I need to duplicate this last layer here, use the Ctrl J for PC users or Command G for Mac users. And one more time, I need to modify this color tone in my solid color layer. I press 2 times here and I will select now the intermediary here tint tone of my palette, from my palette. Okay. And I need now to exchange this blend mode from multiply to overlay. And I need to invert this mask here. How can I do this? Pressing Ctrl for PC users more letter I or Command more letter I for Mac users. And right now I can select all these solid colors layers. I need to press here and keep pressing the key Shift, and press here in the last one. And now I need to keep pressing the key Shift and press here to create a folder. And to this folder, I can call it Splash 01. Okay, one time that I create a new folder and call it Splash 01, I need to hide this area to put my wafer inside the splash. How that can I do this? I need to select this folder, create a new layer mask. Right now, I need to select the areas that will be hide for put my wafer inside this splash. How can I do this? I need to select pressing Ctrl for PC users and Command for Mac users and click here to select just the wafer, and now I can paint here in the mask to my folder where I have my splash, and I need to paint now this area with a black color. Then I need to select the brush tool. I need to exchange the shape of my brush from my splash to a simple brush, and check if it here is 100% in flow and opacity 100% too. Then I need to decrease the size, brush, and I need to paint here. Look that in these areas here, I need to be so precise because the shape need be so precise. Then I need to be so close. After this first selection, I can use my pen tool to create precise selection in these areas. Then, one time that I do this, I need to come back. Ctrl D for PC users or Ctrl more D for Mac users, and I will press P to select my pen tool. Then can I draw here, follow the shape of my splash in this area. Look that I have so precise selection to hide this area. Okay, just one, a little bit more, a little bit more. I select here. Okay, and pressing Shift, I can finalize this one drop here in my splash. Then, with a letter Z, I can use to open my zoom. And one time that I create my mask in my folder where I have my splash, and now I have my splash where my wafer is inside my chocolate splash in a so high level of realism. Look that I have all the shapes, all the lightness, and I can put here a so realistic texture. How can I do this? I can press Alt key for PC users or Option key for Mac users and press here to create a new layer. Here I will select the blend mode overlay and I will check this option to fill with an overlay neutral color 50% gray. After that, I need to select filter, noise, add noise, amount around 5, distribution Gaussian, and monochromatic selected. Okay, one time that I make this, I just need now to select just to put over my folder. How can I do this? I will press Alt for PC users or Option for Mac users and between the two layers, I will press here to link this effect just in my splash effect. Then, right now, I have my perfect and so realistic splash of a chocolate. The same way you can use for milk and paint splashes, because this kind of liquid have a so strong density, different of other liquids that where have more transparency. Then this is the way to create amazing and so realistic splashes of paint, milk, and chocolate. I'll see you in the next class.